Hey, everybody! I cannot even tell you how excited I am for this very special prime time episode of DC Live. Tonight, we are talking with my good friend and super awesome chef, Adam Pawlak, who you might have all just seen on episode 3 tonight of Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay on Fox. I cannot wait to talk to Adam. Hey, everybody. Hey, Judy. Hey, Adam. Anna, good to see you. I know we're going to have a lot of friends joining us, fans of Hell's Kitchen, and certainly a lot of our Facebook friends. Hey, Karen, good to see you tonight. There's just a few quick things. Number one, we have a very, and trust me when I say very special guest that is going to join us as a surprise later in the broadcast. Hey, Tracy, Megan, good to see you guys all the way from the East Coast. So happy you're all here. So let me just start with a few quick little notes. One, as you know, this is not a political show at all. We don't talk politics, but I do just want to recognize, it really has been quite a week in America for all of us. And no matter what our politics are or what we think, I think we can all thank God that yesterday was a safe day for everybody. And we got through it. And let me tell you, it was all about, for me, the fashion, the fireworks, and Bernie Sanders mittens, right? Oh my gosh. Hey, Gary, good to see you from San Antonio. So many people were cracking up over those mittens. I do want to just give a shout out. I got this great gift the other day, and I think this is so cool. So I wanted to share it quickly. This is my friend Mike Magestro at Mindspike Design. Mike actually does all the graphics for DC Live, all the promo graphics you see, the video opener he did, and all my graphics for my business as well. But, he sent me this super cool thing. Hey, Jessica, good to see you. I know Jessica's a fan of Bernie's mittens, but look at what's inside of here. 2 specially roasted coffees, one called Quarantine and Chill, so fun, and the other, which I love, Practice Safe 6. Such a fun gift. So I wanted to just show that to you guys. Thank you, Mike at Mindspike. I think that was super, super fun. Christine, hey, Christine likes the shirt tonight. Thank you. Thank you. And one last thing before we get started with our very, very special guest. One, I know because people were texting me and telling me that many of you had date nights tonight and we're watching episode 3 just prior to DC Live. And we're going to get to your questions. So you can definitely write us questions in the comments. Make sure that you like and share the broadcast. Share it. Because I know people are going to love this and it'll be fun to see people comment as we go to enjoy the show. So first, here we go. He is no doubt a very popular, edgy local chef. We love him. It's easy to recognize his signature red beard and artistic tattoos, no doubt. He's the owner of Egg and Flour Pasta Bar and the new E&F Pizzeria. Recently, he was recognized as one of the 40 under 40 by Milwaukee's Business Journal. And of course, he is a popular cast member on the current season 19 of the hit Fox reality show, Hell's Kitchen with Gordon Ramsay. Let us all welcome the one and only Chef Adam. Hey, Adam.
Hey, David. How you doing?
I am so good. Congratulations on episode 3.
Thank you so much. It was a little bit more intense than I think people thought it was going to get, but I did my thing. I did my Caesar salads. I got through it, and I kind of just made sure we were all good on garnish station for dinner service.
Oh my God, I can't wait to talk in a little bit about the scooter because I loved seeing you on that scooter. But so are we talking to you from Bayview at your Egg and Flour?
Yeah, I'm at the office in Bayview. Sorry, it's not as fancy background that you got there, but we just wrapped up our viewing party. Thank you for everyone that came. I appreciate it if you're watching. And yeah, we're just hanging out in the office.
So good. Hey, Rick, good to see you in our comments.
Hey, Rick.
And Christine already has a question for you. I'm going to get to it in a second, Christine. But here, Adam, if anyone has kicked off 2021 with a big bang, it is you, my friend. And I'm so excited for this amazing start to the new year that you've had.
I really appreciate it. It's just wild that usually these things are spread out, as you go in life, and it just all started, when it rains, it pours, I guess. But I just appreciate everyone out there and just the support and everything. I'm literally just a really chill, laid back dude that just would never even believe this.
It's so great. And that's partly why I just love what's happening. It started this morning. We have some breaking news this morning. I read it in the Milwaukee Business Journal, and I know so many people are so excited about your third location coming to West Side, Wauwatosa.
Yeah, Wauwatosa. I went to Pius XI, so I know there's a lot of Pius XI alum out there and family. So I'm coming your way, people. It's about time.
Now, just to clarify, is this going to be inside the Metcalf's market?
Yeah, so some people I know, it's tough to see it on Milwaukee, also laid it out for you and everything. There's actually a huge space inside of the Metcalf's market that they were doing sushi and stuff out of there, which is getting relocated. They will still have the same sushi, but we have that entire corner of Metcalf's market. We have a private dining room area that will seat, during COVID, we'll probably only seat about 18 to 20, but as it comes up, we'll make sure it's a safe COVID plan. We also have a private patio, and that's where our entrance is as well. If you don't want to go through the main entrance of the grocery store, you can just come up right through the patio, and we have a door that leads right there. So it's just incredible. I talk about it all the time with Kevin Metcalf of how it's just like, I'm honored to be able to have him reach out to me, and say, hey, we would love to have you here. You're doing great stuff. And, it just gives us more of a reason to keep pushing. And my staff is amazing. Anyone that's watching, just remember, it's not just me. It's, 18 or 19 other people that literally, they love to come to work. I don't have one employee that is upset at work. So thank you to them.
Oh, gosh, that's so cool. Now, also, I want to know about the new pizzeria. Tell us about the pizzeria. This is at the Collective, Crossroads Collective, right?
Yeah, so the pizzeria is in the booth that was right next to us, to the right of us in the Crossroad Collective Food Hall. They were just going through some changes with COVID going on, and we just thought that we could take it to the next level. And instead of having an empty booth, we wanted to come up with something that could possibly go in there. And I started getting the wheels turning a little bit, and I thought of my next favorite food other than pasta. And that was pizza. And I figured out a way to make it happen in such a small space. It's 107 square feet, might be the smallest pizzeria.
Wow. I'm sure it's going to taste delicious. I cannot wait to try it. Hey, Pamela Anderson, good to see you. Maura Kia, good to see you too. And Patrick, we're so glad that you've joined the broadcast tonight. Hey, Adam,
Rick,
one more thing.
Thank you, Rick Rodriguez.
Yes, Rick, he loves it. It's amazing. Hey, one more thing that I wanted to mention and to welcome you, because I'm so proud of this, is I am in the 2020 class of the Business Journal 40 Under 40. So knowing that you are a new inductee, I just want to congratulate you. How does it feel to get this recognition by the Business Journal?
It's literally insane. I was just I could remember the day when Mark hit me up on the it was a Zoom call, and he said, I didn't really know too much about what was going on. And we got on the Zoom call, and he says, Adam, I just want to let you know something. And I was like, what's that? And he was like, well, you've secured one of the positions of the 40 Under 40. And I just remember the first thing I said was, oh shit. And I went like this, and he totally was so surprised. But I told him that's just me, and I'm probably the most let loose one they've had. I hope I don't tarnish the name or anything, but yeah.
No, this is going to be so cool. Just one quick little tidbit, because I want you to go with your style. If they do have some kind of an in-person event, I'm not sure, but even if it's virtual, just make sure you show up with your style. We had the dinner the year that I won. And my friends in the industry, they decorated my table, and it was like outrageous. Everybody had this normal table, and then all of a sudden there was like this explosion in the middle of the room, which was my table. It was so fun. Anyway, congratulations, my friend.
Anything less, but thank you. It's really crazy for me. You know, like I was saying before, I'm just born and raised, grew up in Bayview, and just started cooking. And I've only lived here and worked in restaurants here. I've traveled for stages and just for learning a little bit, but this is where I've always been. And to get all this stuff coming in, it's just like, I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm just going to work even harder, I guess.
Yes, and I know it's busy, but I just want to tell you, take it in, my friend, absorb as much as you can, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And, you know, some of our friends were wondering, I think Eric mentioned, that, you know, how can we talk about a show before it's over? But we're only going to talk about certain things. But let's get into Hell's Kitchen Season 19, because this is what people want to know. You know, viewers are curious, more so about the backstory and kind of the behind-the-scenes details. Yes. And I got my flames here for you on the show, which is our background. Just for you, my friend.
I love that.
Now I'm curious about the audition process. Let's start there. Did the show approach you? Did you find them? How did the journey begin?
Sure. So I'll go really quick. I used to apply for TV shows just for the fun of it at like 1 or 2 in the morning, just bored on the computer. And there's a big process for all these shows about doing interviews and doing paperwork and all this stuff. When it comes to Hell's Kitchen, it's one of my favorite cooking shows. I just think it's totally fun and dramatic, and it's entertaining to me. And I've watched it since season 1. And I liked it so much that I reached out to one of my favorite chefs on the show, Chef Therese Gregoire, and she ended up coming to Milwaukee 5 years ago when I was at Plum Lounge, and we ended up doing a dinner together. And we've been friends ever since. And she said, "Hey, I just want you to know that it's my time right now on Hell's Kitchen, but soon enough, you're going to be on there too." And I didn't even believe her, you know, 5 years ago. And it would be 2 years now, 2 years and a half about, she told me, "You got to go for it. This is your chance." I sent another application. This is probably the 3rd time I got the call back. They started talking to me, Zoom calls and applications and whatnot. Ended up one trip in LA before I even got to Vegas, and the rest is history. And thank you, Chef T. I'm sure you had something to do with that.
Wow, that's so exciting. So now, after that process, when did you find out that you were selected?
So they actually, as much as I could say, like after the long process, it was a wait. You know, just like any show or whatever, they're going to say, "Oh, we'll get back to you as soon as, you know, as soon as you can, as soon as we can, or just stay in touch." And, you know, some time was going by, and this is when after I left Black Sheep, so I was actually unemployed. So it was between Black Sheep and opening up the first Egg and Flour. And we were about 10 days away or 2 weeks away from opening the first Egg and Flour, and I got the call. And they called me. It was like 8 o'clock at night. One of my best friends was right next to me, and they got the call, and they said, "Hey, we just want to let you know." And they kind of played it off. They're like, "You are selected for season 19 Hell's Kitchen. Like, how do you feel?" And it was just like insane, you know, just like ridiculous, because I wasn't expecting a call at 8:30 at night, you know, especially from them. But as soon as it said California, I was like, "Oh boy, this could be it."
It's good to answer that call. That was definitely not spam.
I know.
About when was that? Just curious, time-wise, from now.
From now, it'll be 2.5 years, because we filmed the show almost 2 years ago.
Wow. So that was my next question.
I do look a lot different. Whatever happens, that was 2 years ago, and we're moving and grooving now.
Wow. So that's so interesting. Okay, so you filmed the show in Las Vegas,
yes,
which is super cool, about 2 years ago. So all of this was pre-COVID.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. It was way before COVID. This, like I said, it's before the first Egg and Flour even. So like,
wow.
I didn't even know. It's actually funny, is I ended up taking some Egg and Flour stickers that I had, and I gave them out to some of the contestants. They don't show up, but it's pretty funny. And I was so excited to be like, "Hey, I think I'm opening a restaurant when I get back." And, you know, and then when I got back from the show, 5 days later, I opened it up. All my staff and all my partners and stuff were waiting for me to get back so I could open it. And then, you know, here we are 2 years later with,
wow.
It's crazy. There's a weird backstory about it.
So that's part of the curiosity, and I think this is so cool. I just want to give a shout out to say hi to Candace. Thanks for joining us, Latoya. Good to see you, Becky.
Latoya, thank you, Latanya, bro. Always
Yes.
She's been supporting me for so long. She's amazing.
Awesome. So glad she joined us. So now we know anyone can tell you a secret because you are a secret keeper.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of secrets that still haven't come yet, but yes, I'm a vault.
So this probably feels like you're literally,
Candace, hello, Candace. Good to see you,
yes.
Candace.
Yes. Like you're literally giving birth to a baby now that you can talk about at least some of it as we go episode by episode. I love that. So we're going to get in a little bit to the episodes that we've seen so far, but I do want to say, kind of overall, what is your reflection on the experience of reality TV?
For me, honestly, I just want it's amazing. It's still real. Obviously, we're there, we're cooking. We're not being told what to cook, how to cook it, where to stand. Don't say this over. It's very intense and it's stressful when we're in it. And then sometimes, they give us chances to hang out, but that's very rare. We're hanging out for maybe 20, 30 minutes and they have us doing something else. It is very intense and love you. And it's just like kind of mind opening to watch it for so long since 2005 and then be in the same dorm, the same kitchen, the same jacket, getting yelled at the same way is just like insane. But people need to understand that it is TV. It's reality TV. It's a show. No one takes anything personal. I'm close friends with a lot of people on the show. Things that are said between us or just on screen. I just want people to know that it's sometimes it's a TV show, but it's great. Yeah. We're all good.
That's so cool. So it started with 18 chefs. You all started together on this journey. And, I've been curious. Is there somebody that out of the original cast here, when you first met and you kind of started going into the taping process, that stood out to you and became, a favorite? Maybe not necessarily to win, but just a favorite person. Anybody?
Well, it's interesting. About that is I'm cool with a lot of people, and I hope a lot of people on here know your cast members and who everyone is. We're in episode 3. I hope some people have their favorites, if not me. But for me personally, the one person I connected with, we talked to each other right away. We just kind of understood each other would be Chef Big Declan. He's I think people know he's the best. He's amazing. I'm very happy we're friends still.
That's so cool. Big D. I love when that came out right away. So, this is what's so cool. We're just going to let people know Big D is the surprise guest. I'm so excited.
It's his time to come show Milwaukee what's up. And he is honored and he is proud and he cannot wait.
This is so cool. Now, let me just introduce him really quick, okay? My friends, ladies and gentlemen, he's a Michelin star trained executive chef with over 25 years of experience. He is a native of Dublin, Ireland. He has appeared twice on Guy Fieri's Guy's Grocery Games. And Gordon Ramsay said during this season that he made a real impact on the season of Hell's Kitchen. Adam, I'll let you introduce him because here he comes.
Oh my God, there he is.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, Big D. What's up?
Wait, Big D.
This is the party, right? This is the party. One second. Jamison, darling, how are you?
Yes. And what's next?
The best one, Genius Guinness.
Guinness, of course.
Always drinking, always having a good time.
The party has started. How are we?
We are so good, and we are so happy you're here.
There, Adam. Thanks for the introduction there, David.
Of course. Now, Chef Declan, I want you to tell us, where are you tuning in from? You just had a viewing party, right?
Yeah, so I'm tuning in right now from Dudley Sports Bar in Shirlington, Arlington, Virginia.
Awesome. Awesome. That's so cool. And I'm glad you had fun at your watch party. So many people, Michelle, everyone's so happy. The crowd goes wild. Big D is here.
What's up?
Yeah, baby.
Go wild.
And he's coming to Milwaukee, so look out for that.
That's so cool. Okay, now, Chef Declan, tell us a little bit briefly, just kind of a real brief clip notes about your background and how you became so passionate as a chef.
Right, so me being a chef is connected to my mother's mother, who used to collect me from Playskill. And when she used to bring me home, she used to cook all these old school traditional Irish dishes and that I used to see, like potato farros, potato rosti, potato boxty, braised lamb hearts, grilled lamb hearts, all this mad stuff. And when I was coming home from school, I was eating this and I was like, yeah, what's up? But I didn't get this big eating salad. So when I was sitting or standing beside her, I could see everything that was going on as a really young kid. And it went inside me and it was imprinted in my head about food. And then my mother and all her sisters were amazing cooks at home. They used all the best chefs that were on TV back then. So if you remember, I'm like 44. So 1976, I was born. So I grew up in the 80s and I grew up in the 90s. So I got to see them all. Floyd on Fire, everybody, Delia Smith. That was like our night in Ireland, sitting down watching the TV. It was amazing.
Wow.
And through that, my mother used to cook every single dish of all popular dishes from around the world. And it was never a case of me saying, Mom, I don't like that. Because it'd be a case of, oh, stop it. You eat that. You know what I mean? So it was awesome.
That's so cool.
I'm not eating that. That's broccoli. No. I love my food. And
Good.
It expanded from there. My father, who was an avid hunter and a sea angler, eventually became captain of some of the teams for Ireland and represented Ireland. I got to work with game at a very young age. I got to work with fish from the sea and from freshwater at a very young age. I got to taste all these things. Like it was psychologically, it was ingrained in me. But
right.
what I believe is you're born with taste. You don't learn it. You know
yes.
I mean? You can excel on taste and make it better. For example, with all his pasta dishes, the flavor of all Adam's pasta dishes, because I've had them, are out of this world. Like
amazing.
It's on point. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
But
now, Chef, let me ask you, Chef Declan, because, it was clear that you had an immediate impact on Adam because, I could tell in episode 1 that he really took to you and really enjoyed you as a person.
Yeah.
But I want to know, Big D, for you, was it love at first sight too?
Well, how could you say no to that big beard? I nicknamed him Sasquatch when I saw him.
Oh my God.
They didn't show it, but my nickname for him was Sasquatch. He's got it trimmed and it's neater now. It's even better. But back then, I was like, yo, Sasquatch, what's up? And then we used to chew cigarettes together while we were on the show, which is disgusting, but that's what the show does to you. But we used to chew cigarettes.
Oh,
a lot of cigarettes on Hell's Kitchen.
They wouldn't give me cigarettes, so I bummed them off him all the time.
Hey, let's give a shout out, Adam, to Judge Derek Mosley. He's in the audience. Good to see you, Derek.
Judge, thanks for tuning in.
What's up, man?
Now, I want to know one more thing, Declan, before we get into some back and forth questions. You have been on some other reality shows that I read about, but what made this experience unique for you?
It's wild. It's Gordon Ramsay. That's like the most unique thing on the planet. It's like I've just cooked for Jesus Christ in the culinary industry. He's like a legend. Like one or two of my friends that work for him. Me coming from Europe, we know that like he's the big dog. In the culinary world over there, it is Gordon Ramsay. He is like the man.
Wow, that's so.
Me, though.
That's so cool. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit about the overall experience, and then we're going to go through each episode that we've seen so far with just with a few little tidbits. Adam, I want to know from you first. Okay, I personally, I mean, you know me, I loved the Las Vegas style show opener of the first episode when you guys went into the, I think it was into the kitchen there.
Yeah.
But what was the experience like? I want to know when those doors opened, the surprise was revealed, and you were walking in, what was going through your mind?
Honestly, for me, being a HK veteran watcher, I knew when we walked in and the lights came on and then I saw the red and blue kitchen in the background there. Honestly, in my head, I started thinking about my signature dish at that moment. I just started thinking about, hey, I know I'm about to start cooking in, however time, whatever it is. If it's 5 minutes from now or a half hour from now, my mind just started turning. I mean, it was fun watching that, but for me, just knowing that something I was going to have to cook in the next 20 minutes or so, I was scared shitless, honestly.
I can imagine. That's so cool. I mean, I'm sure it just kind of went by, which is one thing that's fun that we'll talk about in a minute. But watching it back, I'm sure is so cool because years later now you're reliving it.
Oh, there's so much that we didn't get to see, because we did live it. So it's really fun to see what happened on the other side or with other people.
Absolutely. Now, Chef Declan, here's what I want to know about the dorm life. Okay. Now, people can just tell you're not a small guy. You take up a little space. From what we could see on TV, that dorm living was not very stylish. It looked kind of like small and the beds were tight little quarters there. Did you all really kind of live together?
Yeah, we all lived together. Everybody thinks it was me that had the problem with snoring, but that's not true.
It was Kenneth.
Like, oh my God, they cut it out. But at one stage, I hit him over the head with pillows and everything.
I remember that people were throwing pillows at him.
What?
I said I remember that night that everyone was throwing pillows at him.
Put that out. Thank God they did. But living in the dorms, it was tight. I was close to Mark all the time, which was a bit of a headache. My savior was Adam. And what
are you talking about? Mark's your best friend.
Oh no, yeah, it totally is. Yeah, totally. Right. Did we like? We were like, I'm 6'3". I'm like 300 pounds, and they had me sleeping on a single bed. Right. It was awesome. It was like the best experience I've ever had. I hope to do it again. But the main thing was, half the time I was thinking of my girlfriend, and half the time I was thinking about the show.
Yeah.
And when I woke up in the morning, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, they have cameras on us 24 hours a day. I hope I didn't touch myself unresponsibly in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, totally. Like.
But,
yeah. Like,
yeah, you better not have.
Everything's on film.
You know what I mean? But I was like, shit, I have to watch that.
I love that. Okay, so here's really funny because I have a note down here that says, does anyone just want to tell Mark to chill out?
That's Declan. Sorry.
Yeah, eventually that I tell Mark to chill out, but not yet. You gotta watch next episode.
Yeah, next episode it gets a little fun. I hope people tune in if they want to see a bloodbath.
It'll be real fun. You gotta tune in next week to watch me tell Mark to chill out.
Yeah. Okay.
It's probably going to be almost like me telling somebody else in government to tell them to chill out as well.
Oh, we're going to tune into episode 4. Now, Adam, I'm curious, what is it like? Is it hard? There was 18, I think chefs was it hard in your teams to kind of get your groove on with these chefs that you haven't worked on before in the kitchen?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's difficult because, for one, everyone wants to win. Everyone wants the prize. Everyone wants to, they want to be on the top. They want to show off. So, you want to.
And they bring Parmesan to the game.
Yeah, don't bring Parmesan into the bowl. But yeah, I mean, when everyone wants to do that at all times and everyone wants to shine, it's true what they say is there's too many chefs in the kitchen. and there's too many people that are trying to step over each
David,
other.
nice drink. Yep.
David pulled his drink out.
No,
Yeah.
because Adam, you're sitting there drinking like sparkling water. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I never do that, but I figured maybe tonight I could.
Yeah. So
Now,
it's just tough to deal with all those people trying to win the same prize,
So the saying "too many chefs in the kitchen" really came true at Gordon Ramsay's kitchen there. So far, one of the things that I really love are the celebrities that you all get to serve dinner to during dinner service.
Yep.
I have a question. Did you really get to interact with them at all? Did any of them tell you good stories? Did you have some interaction?
You want me to take this one, D, or you got? I was gonna say, I mean, very minimal.
I will let you start, good sir.
All right. I was just gonna say it all depends. It's really when you're in the heat of the moment, like you don't even realize that they're saying there anymore. It's really fun in the beginning of service when you see them walk in and they greet you and they say, "Oh, hey, blue team," whatever. But really, it's crazy when you're in it. You kind of just forget everything's going on other than Gordon Ramsay's in front of you, and then there's tickets and there's food that has to be made. Like that is totally how it is. But after dinner services, hopefully we don't get kicked out every night. They do come up and they do say thank you, and they do say, like that was incredible.
Yeah, Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite, Chef Declan.
Yeah.
She had her little doggy there.
I know, yeah. And everybody's breaking their balls on breaking Gordon Ramsay's balls about having a dog in the kitchen. Like, build a bridge. It's TV. She's a celebrity. Just let the dog be there. It could be a support dog. She's been on TV so much. She might have PTSD about being on TV. I don't fucking know.
I think she said something like, "I've been waiting so long, I feel like Christmas is coming," or something like that.
Yeah, that's my shit. Yeah. Come on, Chef. Right now. 2 minutes, Chef. Yeah, Christmas is coming. Hurry up.
So funny. Okay, I love that. So episode 1, I want to talk about a few things real quick about episode 1. First, you're each paired up with a contestant to get things started, which was so cool. And they did a really neat, like Vegas style slot machine to kind of tell you how you were all going to get paired up and what your ingredients.
That was the curveball.
Yes, because Adam was thinking of his signature dish, but it ended up not being the start.
Yeah.
So Adam, you were paired up with Jordan, and your 3 ingredients, I think, were rack of lamb, mushrooms, and polenta. Yep. And you did end up getting 4 out of 5 points. But how did you like that?
Strong 4.
A very strong 4, you're right. How did you like that first pair up?
Very strong.
It was, it's the first day. You don't know who's good. You don't know who's bad. I was just trying to cook food and make sure that, no matter what she got on her side, at least I put up something that was, I could be proud of. And I knew walking that plate up that he was not going to rip me apart. Tasting, the lamb was on point. It was looking good. It's just, I was confident enough to bring that up there. But when he started talking about it, it's insane to have Gordon Ramsay eating my food,
So cool. Now, Chef Declan, what were your 3 ingredients that first round?
Israeli couscous, New York strip,
corn,
sweet corn, and then we had the wild card, which is truffle oil.
Oh, and who was your partner?
Fucking Nikki.
Yeah, your competitor. Yeah, fucking Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki.
Oh, wow. So cool. I thought that was really fun how that went. And so the reward.
Awesome.
Yeah, don't forget, Declan got a 5 out of 5. He started us off amazing. So good job, big guy.
I didn't say that, but Adam, nice one. Thank you very much.
I'm not forgetting.
The big 5. I love that. Yeah, that was a great start for the blue team. Yeah. Now the reward that night was a group dinner with Ramsay, and one of our viewers tonight, Christine, she did have a question related to this. Yeah. But what was that like for both of you to have that dinner with Gordon Ramsay, that first episode? Declan, how was that for you?
Right. So for me, it was wild. He compared me to him coming out of Glasgow. Yeah. And me coming out of Dublin, saying that for the rest of the American kids, that it was like them coming out of Chicago in the 80s. So that's what I'm born and raised through, and that's what he was born and raised through. We've had some hardships and everything, but for even Gordon Ramsay to compare me to him, oh my Jesus.
Wow.
And we had some good food. We had some good food.
We had amazing food out of the steakhouse, obviously.
Yeah. Now, Adam, was that kind of a unique experience, or were you able to kind of spend some quality time with him, or was it really just kind of during taping time? There wasn't really anything else. How did that go with him?
So I've been to that restaurant before in the past and had the Hell's Kitchen menu and done the tasting table, but we're upstairs in the private room. I'll never forget when we walked in there, the whole dining room literally stopped. The whole restaurant was packed and everyone just stopped. He walked us through onto the stairs. He was like, do you see this? He was like, do you see this, guys? He was like, this could be you someday or whatever. We walked in the room. It was fun to be able to sit down and hang out with them. When it's the first episode with the full team, it kind of felt like we were on The Bachelor a little bit. We were all like staring at him like the girls, and like we didn't care what he said. We were just excited that we were all there for the first night. But he said a lot of motivating and inspiring and like true stuff. He wasn't trying to do any TV stuff. He really sat there. He ate food. He hung out. He wasn't just in and out. It was kind of wild to experience that the first night. You would never think the very first night you're there, you can just hang out and eat seafood towers and hang out with Chef Ramsay.
He broke bread with us. It was wild.
Wow. What a way to start. And was that really just kind of a unique experience during the taping, or were there other experiences like that?
I mean,
talk about that.
We can't tell you what happens.
Just watch.
Keep watching, people. Yeah. All right. I get it. Okay, so, this is one thing I thought was really interesting, too, related to episode 1. But, Adam, I noticed that you really weren't a fan of either Kenneth or Elliot. Like, it kind of became clear in that first episode. And as it turns out, they ended up being the first 2 contestants to be eliminated.
Go figure.
See? And without giving anything away, because I know we can't, we're only getting to episode 4. But did your intuition serve you well during the season, or were there even some big elimination surprises for you?
Well, I mean, you can ask Declan that. You can ask Declan. A lot of people knew that I've watched the show since day one. I was kind of like the HK whisperer for a little bit in the beginning, but
HK whisperer.
I totally kind of had some feelings about some challenges or some dinner services or things that will happen. Did they happen or did they not happen? You'll have to wait and see. That's my mom, Declan. She's saying, "What's up, Declan?"
Yo, Rosalie Kazana. Yo, baby, what's up?
That's my mom. Calm down.
I'm just for the show.
That was a term of endearment.
Thank you so much. I love your son. I love you. Thanks, man. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yes. That's so cool, Adam, that I could tell that was kind of your intuition. We'll see how it goes moving forward. Now, episode 2, okay? Here we go. Gordon had one of his infamous blow-ups, and he was like right next to you. And I was like a little nervous. I'm like, hey, careful with my friend over there. How does it feel when he's like right there having an explosion?
Your son is awesome.
Honestly, I was telling some people about this in that moment right there. Honestly, when he was holding up that lamb and about to throw it down, I was biting my tongue, trying not to burst out laughing. It was the first time I ever got to see him with food, and the first time I got to see him fucking throw the food and just watch it for so long. Like, I knew like our team messed up, but I also at the same time I was like, I needed to see this in person just once, and it wasn't my rack of lamb, so I was cool with it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I was telling people I was watching with. I'm like, that's not his lamb. It wasn't his mistake. Now let's watch the video, okay? You guys are going to stay in stream here. I'm going to show people this video, but let's be quiet and let people hear it because it does have audio. I want you guys to see this.
Fries. I have to with my fries. Okay. Hey, come here.
This is so stressful.
Come here. Chef table there.
I'm gonna be able to drink before we get our food.
Look at these fries. They're soft as Was that my lamb that he just threw? All of you. Get out! Get out! Serve the 2 main courses. Let me do the other 2. Drop some fries, please.
I've never not finished a service. Tonight was an absolute epic failure. It was embarrassing. The worst service of my entire career, by far.
Oh my gosh. I love watching that again. You know, Declan, how does it feel? You're walking down that hallway just being kicked out of the kitchen.
Want to slip my wrists? I don't know. It's Gordon Ramsay. He sends you back to the dormitory. It's like a nightmare. It's the
Hey, don't worry, it
worst
wasn't
thing
your
that can
lamb.
happen to you as a chef.
Yes, it's so hard, so hard. So those moments seem to be a little bit frightening for you, just as they are for us. So it's good that we know that from your point of view also. Declan, were there any other standout moments for you of episode 2 that you remember?
Your shrimp dish in the challenge.
Oh, my shrimp dish. The
Not great.
avocado puree was amazing.
Amazing.
I just keep getting hit up with everybody saying, that avocado puree is amazing. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But that dish is awesome.
Okay, episode 3. This was tonight. So many of our viewers were watching tonight's episode. We just got done in our time zone here. So this is so cool. Good to see you, Katie and Lynn. Thank you for joining us. Joe, good to see you as well. I think Joe tuned in right when Declan was swearing. And he said, "What is this?" We're talking to our friends from Hell's Kitchen, season 19,
Declan
Joe.
Declan doesn't have a filter.
That's okay.
No, I
Okay,
apologize. I'm just me being me.
That's what we love. Big D. All right, episode 3. Episode 3. We started with the Caesar salad challenge tonight. Both of you are there outside in sunny Las Vegas at your Caesar salad station, which I thought was so cool. And then you had to race. Yes. And then you had to race around in a scooter 2 times around without the dish falling off. Adam, when I saw you,
Jesus, man.
when I saw you on that scooter, Adam, I about lost it. How was that challenge for you?
For me, I made a million Caesar salads, and you could see in the show, I was just about motivating and trying to get these guys because I didn't think it was going to be that hard. Like Dee said, we're just making a Caesar salad, and, I think the hardest part about that was actually the cart, like getting to work and get it to go fast and like get around there.
Bowl at the front? What the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. And I can't remember her name. I'm very bad with names, but she was a win. I think she won the first challenge. Wonderful, beautiful African-American lady with an S.
Cheyenne. That is my wife. That is my wife. No one talk about Cyan.
I want her. But she was like inching along, walking up.
I love her.
I love it. I was cheering her around that path. I just loved that. Okay, so then you guys had to do all those quail eggs. Now, Declan, how in the heck is a 300-pound person with those fingers peeling quail eggs?
It takes years of experience and lots of patience.
Yeah, a lot of love.
Oh, wow. I saw people doing those quail eggs. That just did not sound good. Okay, now, episode 3 tonight. What in the heck was with Cody and those scallops? Now, you guys are experienced. Is it just awful to stand by watching somebody present something that they shouldn't even be there to present?
Nah, Cody's a good guy, and Cody's a good chef. I don't know what happened. I think he was just like starstruck and a little bit flabbergasted that he was like, get it up no matter what. But I know he's a good guy. I know he's able to cook.
Good, good.
Cody's great. I think it's first dinner service, and you're cooking scallops for Gordon Ramsay on Hell's Kitchen. I mean,
yeah.
That's it. I mean, it's over. And none of us are perfect, and there's fuck ups and there's things that happen, and it was just crazy that happened twice. That's why I was dying. You could kind of see in the show. I think I yelled. I was like, dude, that's what are you doing? He just needs one.
Right. You were getting him back
I have
on
a question,
track.
David. Sorry.
Yes.
Adam, the big booty scallion. Please explain.
We can't do that yet. That's spoiler. We can't spoil.
We can't spoil.
That's my girlfriend, Cyan. I love her.
I love that. Cyan. Okay, now here's the thing. So we've been all watching from home, especially with COVID. Where are you guys watching from? Where have you been watching the episodes? Adam, where have you been watching from? The restaurant?
Yep. So Bayview every night has a viewing party. We tell people to come down and get food, take it to go, or if we have seating available, come on in. We put it on the TV in the dining room, and we put it through the speakers throughout the restaurant. Tables are still spread out. We have the partitions. We don't pack it. We kind of just respect what we're doing still, and still have a lot of we still want to take it this seriously, but we need to have some fun as well. And there's no difference of coming in on a busy Friday night with our layout than if you do on a Hell's Kitchen night on a Thursday. It's really fun. And I just want to say thanks to anyone that has been ordering and takeout and calling in and just supporting. It's crazy. I really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys have done such a good job being safe there. And Chef Declan, tonight you were at a kind of a big movie theater there. Is that where you've been watching the shows every time?
Yeah, so this is Dudley's Sports Bar and Ale Bar in Sherrington, Virginia. And what I would like to say is we have a cinema screen here, cinema seating, a whole huge bar for everybody out there that wants to come here in Virginia and whatever. But I have one question. Sorry, I've got to respond to this. Brenda Weddick Nicholson. Declan, what are you drinking in that tiny glass, lol? Brenda, that's Jameson.
Yes.
Right? But I have to say, looking out for me in the next few weeks. And remember, I just scored not only that we are doing a feature on me, but also they offered to do me on the cover. And that is Swagger magazine. And we're going to be featured on that on the main cover. And they're doing a whole article on me. And there's a few other magazines that are about to do stuff on me and loads of stuff coming. So just check it out and follow me on @Declan70. Adam, who's that in the background?
That's my general manager closing up. He does a great job.
So
say what's
check
up.
me out on @Declan76 on Instagram, and you can follow me there and follow everything that's going on. I can't wait to see us all in Wisconsin. I can't wait to meet up with you again, Adam. Awesome. We're going to
I can't wait, brother.
Food. And David, I hope you're going to be there as well when we do this amazing food.
I'm going to be there. And my friends that are watching right now, Tracy, Mary Pat, Debbie Hood, they're all excited for you to be here in Milwaukee because I think we're going to have a real good party together. Those are some wild ladies.
Get it. Yeah.
Be careful with him. Be careful with him, David.
I know, these Milwaukee women, I'm telling you. Now, okay, so that's where you've been watching. And tonight we said goodbye to Fabiola, right?
We did.
Fabiola, she had a little, some health issues, which were kind of scary to watch, but she's gone as of tonight. It was so much fun to see tonight. And then episode 4 is coming up next week. And here is what I'm so sad about, because episode 4, I think, has a wedding theme. And I just, now knowing that this was taped so long ago, it's too bad that you didn't have a call a friend, Adam.
I know. Oh man, you would have crushed it. Just wait until you see what they actually did with the wedding theme. You're gonna be like, oh, well, that's a pretty fucking awesome idea. So maybe you'll see something that you like.
Oh, I am sure. I cannot wait to watch next Thursday for the wedding theme. So here's just a few things as we're wrapping up. This is so much fun. I just love it. Now, we heard about Swagger magazine with Dan.
Oh, no.
The main One main take expose. I want to know one main takeaway from this awesome experience that you both had on Hell's Kitchen. One main key takeaway. Adam, why don't you start?
I would say my takeaway would just, like I've said this before, is the confidence and just like the validation from Gordon Ramsay, the contestants eating my food, other amazing chefs, celebrities, and high-end chefs that aren't celebrity chefs. They're just chefs that we personally know, saying, hey, like, this is a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5, or this was amazing, or like, keep doing what you're doing, or just like, it's just kind of incredible to know that, like, I'm coming from Little Bayview, and this guy that like the entire world knows was happy with what I presented him. And just like, I'll never forget that stuff, but just it boosts your confidence, and it, you know, it takes you to a whole nother world when you actually live it and experience it.
Yeah. And, you know, related to that, and I think it's appropriate this week, you know, one of the things that we've all been so encouraged by and hopefully will continue is just this whole idea of making sure that we're inspiring and uplifting each other, and really making sure that we're, you know, we're kind of that bright light and hope for one another. And it really is an example that I know, I can tell from you that this experience, you know, has made you want to be that even more for other people. And I love that shows.
I really appreciate that. Like I said, just doing my thing. And like I said, it all came at once, and it's just piling up and whatnot. But I couldn't be happier of what's going on in the support and all that. It's just crazy, you know, I mean, who knows? Maybe we posted about, or I post about Hell's Kitchen, and it gets swept under the rug. But there's just so much support out there that I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now, Chef Declan, what's your one main takeaway from this experience?
Okay, so I just listened to Adam's big speech there, and all I've got to say is, all I did was be me, and I'm an inspiration to people around the world. And I hope during COVID that everybody on the Hell's Kitchen, while they're watching it, they have a better week, anything, just to bring them out of the blues of COVID. That's all I hope for. All the chefs that were on the show, delighted to work with you all, especially you, Mark, no matter what. And then my man, Adam, yeah, it's all good. Don't worry about shit. It's all amazing. The show is awesome. All the cast are brilliant, but all I hope to bring from it is that me being me made a few people laugh and brought them out of the blues of COVID. That's it.
It's so great. You know, the timing of this, coincidentally, to have been aired at this time frame where this world is, how we're all feeling during COVID, you know, it really is, I think, a big, big blessing that this particular cast, including the two of you, are the ones that are brightening up our lives on Thursday nights. I just love it. And Declan, you know, I am a true believer. I love that you said that, because, you know, when Adam told me that he was going to reach out to you to be our special guest tonight, which I'm honored, I thought, this is what I love.
Later.
That this is what I love, you guys, is that you all, and I think if you look at this screen, the three of us, you know, I think we all get the idea that you've got to be yourself, and people will appreciate and respond ultimately when you are authentically yourself. And Declan, I love that from day one about you. I loved it. That was so cool. David. Okay, now what can we expect to see from both of you? I know, Declan, we're going to see you on the cover of a magazine.
Yeah, but apart from that, there's just watch my space at Declan76. There's huge projects coming, and one of the big projects in DC for sure. A few things online, and I have a big announcement happening next week. But you need to follow me at Declan76 on Instagram. And
Instagram.
You will see, as I just said, Instagram. That's everything you will see there right next week. Huge announcements coming next week.
Wow, that's so cool. I'm so excited.
Plus his Facebook too. He'll accept your invite. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, on Facebook as well, but you'll see it because it's all connected.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're going to be following you for sure. And my friend Pam said she cannot wait to see the rest of this season. She's definitely an avid viewer, which is so cool. And then I also want to, and Adam, anything we should be watching? We know you're super busy. We've got the pizzeria, the third location. Anything we should be watching coming up?
I think that's it for now, David. I'm out of bullets right now, but we're always turning. We're always thinking about new things. We're just trying to make the best of it. I have a lot of good people that are looking for jobs and looking for long-term longevity and making themselves like come up through this company. And most of the time it's them doing this stuff. It's me just kind of orchestrating it here and there, but it's really these guys that are just like, they give a shit and they care what people say, and they come to me and show me if there's a bad review, or like they're very invested in it. So I just want people out there to understand that like sometimes you may have a bad experience, but just remember that it's not just this right here making it. It's tons of people, and they give a shit.
Yeah.
The beard doesn't touch it. The beard isn't anything. It's these guys and girls that are just kicking ass. And no one gets to see them, but we are going to be doing a really nice appreciation post for the staff, so you can get to know them a little bit. So when you come into, whether it's Eastside or Bayview or now Tosa, maybe it's just a little bit more personal, and you can maybe know these people, and I want them to shine and be great, just like people think it is for me.
Yeah, that's so cool. And now they've got the cool boss in town, the guy on TV, which is fun for them too.
No, my favorite around. They would rather have me gone.
My favorite spot in Bayview is to sit at the counter, because you really do get an up close and personal view of the intricacy. And like Chef Declan said earlier, I mean, the flavors of the pasta at the pasta bar are phenomenal. And there are so many layers to the recipes that you create, and I think that's one of the things that separates your pasta, besides the heart and soul that goes into it. But I do love that, and being able to see it up close. Gentlemen,
like 30 minutes old. It's ridiculous. It's so fresh.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, Declan, you'll have to have your sweet taste when you come in. Your first meal in Milwaukee is going to be my pasta.
Oh, okay.
Or McDonald's, whatever you want, big boy.
No, I want pasta.
And I'll be your driver during your visit, Declan. I'll drive you around, and we'll go to the locations.
David, I'll hold you to that.
David is Milwaukee. He's the Milwaukee tour guide for you. Awesome. Private tour driver.
Awesome.
Yep. We're gonna go. We're gonna have a whole motorcade and everything just for us. And people handing us dark beers, Lakefront Brewery beers, and all this stuff as we go.
Brilliant. That's awesome.
I don't know, David. Don't promise him that. I don't know if you can keep up with him.
Well, I can't keep up with him, but I can provide.
All right. Yeah, you got to drive anyways. That's fine.
Yeah, I know the people who can help. Now, gentlemen, we have so many people wishing you both the best of luck. I know that you are through the season. We're not going to ask any more questions. We're all going to watch every Thursday through this season. But this has been, for me, and I know for people watching, just an absolute pleasure. We are rooting for you two because we love who you are, not just as people on the TV show, but as people that we got to spend time with tonight.
Thank you very much, David.
David,
of course.
Thank you very much. And like I said, I just appreciate the support. I want people to keep watching. And I'm just excited for, I wanted to rush and get through, but at the same time, it's just fun that there's something to look forward to every week now. It's just like what Declan was saying is just like, it's awesome to see so many Instagram and Facebook tags and posts. And I'm just happy that people have something to look forward to after all this time,
It's so great. Thank you both so much, my friends. Declan, you sure can.
Milwaukee, I'm coming, bitches. Let's go.
Oh my God. How soon can you get here?
Oh, David, let's fly him out. Let's do the overnight. You got the private jet, don't you? Let's get him out here.
I've got so many points that I haven't used because I'm going nowhere except my house. Oh, gentlemen, I'm so honored, so grateful you took the time. It's a pleasure to meet you, Declan. We're going to welcome you in Milwaukee with open arms and brewskis and Jameson and everything that you need. Adam, I'm going to see you in Tosa, my friend. I will continue to cheer you on. You deserve everything that's coming your way. Thank you both so much. This was
Declan, good to see you, buddy. I'll probably talk to you tomorrow or something.
Yeah, like in the next half hour. Love you, dude. Don't worry about it.
Good night, my friends. This was awesome.
Thanks,
bye, Declan. Be safe.
Everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye, Chef. Oh, yes. This was such a fun DC Live. I know we got to go. I just want to tell you guys 2 more quick things. Please join me next Thursday. We are going to be in the tank with 2 Wisconsin businesses that were featured on Shark Tank, including Hug Sleep and Just the Cheese. So tune in next Thursday, a little bit different time. It will be right after Hell's Kitchen, 8 o'clock Central Time here on DC Live. And also, I would love it if you guys would check out stylebydc.com and do some fun shopping on the website as well. This was such a treat. We are all fans of Hell's Kitchen, and I love Chef Adam and Chef Declan. Thank you all for being here. Thanks, Erica, Michelle, Carolyn, Pamela. Good to see you. Linda, thank you so much, and Kim as well. Good night, everybody. Watch Hell's Kitchen every Thursday on Fox and cheer on our favorite chefs. Have a good night and be well. Bye-bye.